Nice pick. Moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Uses the stiff arm. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. This will be caught at about the 3. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
First and the 2. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you need a little bit of help.
They come up in an offset eye. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So they're back even now for 3rd and goal.
No, check, Patriot, let's go.
Osweiler. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number here. And they a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Caught left side by Hilton. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Hilton, the lone receiver right. They come up in an offset eye. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain across to the 17-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Watching now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And he's got Moncrief. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. Connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll get this at the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. And that'll be incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Watching now, Barney.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Lynch to throw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height...
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 now. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield, and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Miller, the lone setback. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Hughes. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, and let the other team know they were coming after him.
This is Miller, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now it's Osweiler, and that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Colts set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action. Now Lynch. And he's going to down way back at the 42-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So leaving the game is Paxton Lynch. And they'll hand things over to their backup quarterback and task him with preserving this lead. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll put 2 to the right. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. With the ball until you catch it. trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.